Peace, family, and welcome to Denali Vision. I am your host, LeVar Anderson, and I'm bringing nothing but facts. I'm a father on a quest for justice, and it has been one hell of a fight. For those of you that don't know, my son Denali Anderson was savagely murdered at an underage drinking party on August 6, 2022 in Pasco, Washington by a group of teenagers that call themselves the Tri-City Blitz Gang. This is my raw and unfiltered story of how one man, my son, was murdered by the city, tortured by the county, and buried by the state. And this is also my plea to the world to be another voice, as I have been fighting for over 15 months, only to be denied at every turn. So let's see if the Pasco Police Department and Franklin County prosecutors and judges can try and bury all of our voices, not just mine. As I mentioned before, I like to keep the videos under a certain amount of time, as your time and my time is valuable. So thank you for tuning in. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, as you can see on the screen, I always block out certain information and names, and in other videos I've done the same as well, only because I don't need to put everything out there right away. But as of right now, I like to give some Pasco police detectives a little anonymity because certain ones have made some menial efforts to make an arrest. And I believe more than a couple bad apples should not represent the bunch. And those are the good guys who I appeal to, and we demand justice. Now, tailoring off the last video, no Thanksgiving, family, call Sergeant Greggory of the Pasco Police Department. I'm not saying call him and give him tips and tell him this person did that and that person did that. I mean, if that's on your conscience and that's what you want to do, fine. But I don't need you to do that. We have the evidence. All I need, all my son needs, all we need is for Brad Greggory to demand his detectives to bring everyone to justice, as tough as it may be for them. My son needs the world's help, family, and I need to rest in peace. All I'm waiting for is that one call, that one email, or one comment from that private investigator, from that family attorney, somebody ready to fight. I've done all the work. We need someone to get past the red tape, and I believe in my heart of hearts that that person will come across my videos, or those listening now might know a law grad ready to go 1-0. But I will not stop until my son gets justice. Okay, family, I just kind of had to reemphasize the whole premise of what I'm doing here. So without further ado, again, let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this is the declaration for probable cause search warrant for, we're going to call this guy Detective 1. And it states, on the basis of the following, I believe there is probable cause that Brian Panduro Venezuela, Angel Isaiah Garcia, and Osman Morales Salto have committed the below identified crimes in Franklin County, state of Washington, and that evidence of the crime of murder in the first degree, contraband, the fruits of a crime, or things otherwise criminally possessed, 40 caliber shell casings, bullets, ammunition awaiting in the car, weapons or other things by means of which the crime has been committed, guns. There were 6 of them used in the crime. So now we go to, we're going to call this guy Detective 2. Detective 2, in his affidavit of support for probable cause, murder in the first degree and unlawful possession of a firearm. Okay, family. So, Detective 1 put everybody in there in his affidavit. Brian, Angel, and Osman. All in one. All for murder in the first degree. All contrabands. All weapons. I don't need to do an individual. I put them all in there. They all got murder in the first. Okay, great. Now, Detective 2 decides to do it individually. Okay, but we got murder in the first. Cool. I'm digging it. Let's make it happen. But then we go and see what Angel is locked up for, and let's go ahead and take a look at that. And I don't see any murder in the first degree. Okay, so wait a minute. We got 2 detectives that say murder in the first degree, but he's not arrested and charged with murder in the first degree. All right. We see $500,000 bail amount. It was $250,000. and we had to demand that they raised it, and then they sneakily did it and didn't even tell us about it. But okay, appreciate that. No murder in the first. No unlawful possession of a firearm. Okay, got it. Now, let's go ahead and see the detective 2 in his affidavit of probable cause for Osmond, murder in the first degree. Okay, great. Again, Detective 1 included everybody in there. Detective 2, Osmond, murder in the first degree. Okay, I'm digging it. He's working. Cool. Thanks, man. But then we go and see what Osmond is locked up for, and I don't see any murder in the first degree. Okay, we got bail at $500,000. Again, it was $250,000, but they snuck that in and raised it because they knew they were wrong from the jump. But it was raised, and we appreciate that. Step 1, thank you. But I don't see any murder in the first degree or unlawful possession of a firearm. All right. Now, Detective 2, Brian Panzero, Venezuela. All right, we got to get it right on Brian. There's no way. He says murder in the first degree. Again, the first detective, everybody murder in the first degree. So we go and see what Brian is locked up for. And again, I don't see any murder in the first degree. We got bail at $500,000. Again, it was raised from $250,000. Snuck that in on us, but we appreciate it. But again, I don't see murder in the first degree, no contraband, no unlawful possession of a firearm, nothing. Kind of weird. Okay. Now we go to Mr. Jalen Tyrone Fields, J3, aka Jay Shotta. Mr. I always empty my clip. All right, he's got bail at $250,000. That remained the same. I guess that was too much trouble for them to, go ahead and raise that for murder. But let's see what he's locked up for. We got 1, 2, 3 out of county warrants, Pierce County, probably Tacoma area, whatever. But I don't see any murder in the first degree. But what I do see is firearm possession unlawful in the second. Oh my goodness. So hold on. Let me get this right. 4 suspects, all supposed to be charged with firearm possession and murder in the first degree. Only one. And not that I'm caping for the little bastard, but the only black suspect is charged with unlawful possession of a firearm. Are we starting to see a pattern here? All right. So, again, it looks like his booking date was 8/25. The murder occurred on 8/6. Okay. Almost 20 days later. Not sure why they didn't send out a nationwide warrant in 4 days. Oh, okay. Yeah, we know why. We know why. Brian, booking date 8/12. No nationwide warrant issued in 4 days. And they had him at the hospital. Okay. He's got an out-of-county warrant from Kennewick, Benton County. Oh, right. That's the kidnapping. Okay. And assault in the first degree. Osmond, out-of-county warrant, Benton County. Oh, right. The kidnapping. Okay. And assault in the first degree. But what is this here? Let's see. On October 2nd, 2023, which was just a couple months ago, assault in the second degree. So did something happen in jail? Maybe, I don't know. What is this? He could have got in a fight in jail. Maybe they could have brought charges against him in another case. I mean, that would seem ass backwards if you ask me, that he's getting charged on another case and we can't get the charges up in this case to first degree murder as stated. Okay. And so now, Angel, out of county warrant. Okay. That's the kidnapping. That was charged 8/14, so he was already locked up. So they're bringing charges against him while he's locked up. But again, we can't get the charges up in this case, and assault in the first degree. So let me go get this right for family and go ahead and wrap this up. Excuse me for stumbling. We got everybody is charged with murder in the first degree by 2 decorated detectives. Nobody in jail on murder in the first degree. Okay. Only 1 suspect charged with unlawful possession of a firearm. And now we got bail at $500,000. Now let's juxtapose everything that I just said to the case of the murder that occurred 2 months after my son's murder. And now we got $1 million bail, 5 suspects. Remember, 5 suspects, all arrested and charged with rendering criminal assistance, and bail was set at $75,000. 5 suspects in my son's case, all in the same car, who mirror the same behaviors as the 5 suspects in the other case, but only one charged with rendering criminal assistance. 1 out of all 5 in that silver Prius charged with rendering criminal assistance. And bail wasn't even set at $75,000. So let me ask you, family, where the hell is our justice? We've been fighting for 15 months to get the charges upped to first degree murder, as stated. We've been fighting for 15 months to get the bail raised to the appropriate amount of $1 million. We've been fighting, family, for 15 months to bring all of the suspects involved in the silver Prius, in the Jeep Liberty, everyone out there shooting, 6 guns involved. We've been fighting. Where the hell is our justice? So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. The next video, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know and put it out there. The whole reason why the 2 detectives gave their affidavits on murder in the first degree. And we'll go ahead and get into those suspects and the reason why they charged that. Again, I thank y'all for tuning in. This is Murdered by the City, Tortured by the County, and Buried by the State. I like to say peace to my son, my brother, my friend. I walk in your strength, legacy, and power today and every day.